Hello everybody, welcome to another Valheim video. Today I'm going to show you a new way that you can deal with the mist. And this is just one way. Watch this. You got some mist problems? Well, boom. 1, 2, 3, nothing. This is just normal MistWalker. You know what I mean? Nothing permanent. You just run around and it moves the mist. But watch this. Boom. We're going to stab. You see that message in the server? Look at that. It says, Obereager Jarl removed some mist from the mistland. What's up with that? And then, what's this? Obviously, I'm not in the mistlands, so I'll change the message, but you get the point. The MistWalker's stabbing attack removes the nearest mist prefab to you permanently. So, the player with this sword has the ability to remove whatever mist they want and not deal with it ever again. Hey, you like that? Well, what if I told you that it's available for you on a server and would work on any vanilla client on the server? I'm not saying that you have to, install some fancy mod and then all of your buddies have to also do it. I'm telling you, you do this once on the server, one simple script, and then boom, you can now run around, use the stabbing attack, and remove mist just like this. You have to get close enough to the center of the mist for it to work. And you'll get a confirmation message in the chat as you saw, and then boom, look at that. Mist be gone. Now we can just run over here, and what do? We just do the stabbing attack, right? Boom. Look at that. More mist vanishing. Never, ever, ever to return. Come on, you know this is what you really, really want. And what if I tell you that this is just one of hundreds of different ways that you could manage the mist? Because gone are the days where we had to mod players' accounts and player clients in order to change the Valheim experience. We have entered a whole new era of Valheim existence, and it is the Valheim server-side only modding era. Welcome. I understand that a lot of the things you think are outdated, old, and you don't even know it. You think you know Valheim. Do you really know Valheim? Do you know what you could do with Valheim? I don't know if you do. All you need to do is know Valheim. Love it. The more you've played it, the better you'll be at scripting different mechanics and altering Valheim to be more of the experience you've dreamed about. Gone are the days where you had to be a programmer. Because you could just copy paste this script and it's short enough that I can explain it to you in this video. Here's our script. There's two parts to it. The prefabs script, okay? And then the data script. Very simple. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. This is a script that is placed on the server. Once it's there, then every player on the server, regardless of their mods, will be able to remove mist with the secondary attack, just like that. And you'll be able to customize the message, and it'll show you mechanics that you can then take and use as building blocks for all sorts of stuff that's based on the player having a specific weapon and performing a specific action. Whether you realize it or not, this could be the moment that you realize Valheim has fundamentally changed. Gone are the days that we have to wait for Irongate to do something. They've done their job. Now it's up to us. And the gates have been unleashed. Yer has enabled all of us to take control of our Valheim servers. This game is now our oyster. So let's look at what is actually going on here. As I mentioned, you don't need to be a programmer to understand this. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to adjust the parts of this script that you don't like to change it to whatever you want. We essentially always work with a prefab. So in every script, you're going to see prefab player, if it's a prefab script. Otherwise, it's going to be a data. Okay, so you might hear us say a data or a prefab. You're going to hear that a lot. You start with the prefab, you tell it what prefab you're working with. In this case, it's the player. And we're looking at something called a state, which is the swing of the longsword. In this case, it's actually not this one. I'm sorry, I buffooned you here. Here we go. So I know I just fiddled that up with you, but I told you that it was permanent. So I just adjusted it to actually be permanent because I was using an old script. And that's how simple it is. We look at the state of the sword. In this case, it's the secondary, meaning this one. Boom. That's what we're going for. And we're also looking to see that the player has the data for the sword that is the MistWalker. Because if you think about it, our character shows up to other players, right? That means the server shows at least a prefab, a visualization of every item that can be equipped that shows up on the character, because it needs to show it to other people on the server, right? So we're looking for the MistWalker to be in that slot. It's called a hash. Don't worry about that for now. And then if that happens, the player uses this attack and has this sword, well, then we do all of this nonsense. And I'm not going to explain all of that nonsense to you because you aren't ready for it. Your mind will be too blown, and then you'll lose all of the time for the rest of your life because you'll be too dedicated to EWP scripting to care about anything else. And I don't want to do that to you. We've got to immerse you in slowly so you know what you're getting into. There's these things called pokes, and they're going to become something very friendly and familiar to you that you learn to love and use whenever you can't figure out how to do something. Don't worry about what they do. For now, they basically just look at a thing, right? We're looking at things, and what things are we looking at? We're looking at the mist area prefab names, and then what are we doing? Boom, we're removing them. And not just that, but we're also doing a command to say that this player removed some mist from the mistland. Boom. It's that simple. And you want to do this? Well, all you have to do is install EWP either on your client or on your server. And then you can go to the Discord channel Valheim World Editing, which is the group of awesome individuals that educated me about this stuff. So trust me, you being there, it's a good place if you care about this stuff. Valheim World Editing has a fantastic area called Config Share. And this is the point where you got to be careful because there's a lot of cool stuff here already. So if you get too into it, you're going to get too into it. So don't look too far there. You might find something too cool that triggers you into the EWP bug. And all you'll need to do is go to the config share and then just search for MistWalker here, okay? Alternatively, you could pause the video and actually type this yourself. I personally think that this is the best option for you because you're going to learn how things work much better that way. So if you want to just patch your server, then copy and paste. But if you want to learn how that works, pause the video here and make a prefab file using what you see. And then you'll also go here, pause the video, and make a data file here or add this to your existing data file. And that's it. From that moment on, you'll be able to just use this attack. Any player on the server can remove mist permanently from the areas that they want. And if you want, you could look earlier in the video before I replace the temporary script and see how the script that makes the mist removal temporary works. But that's just a little extra, a mistake I made that ended up giving you more information. For now, we're going to end this video. I don't want to blow your mind too much. Maybe you're not ready for it. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to support my work, I have a Patreon. You could check that out. But all that's going to do is lose you money and encourage me. So if you want to get something for what you're doing, consider renting a dedicated Valheim server using Zap hosting. I have a fully fledged guide now showing on the end screen that shows everything you need to do to set the server up specifically to use EWP just like this. And you can do all sorts of crazy nonsense. And from that moment on, it's just a matter of finding people who are interested in playing on the server. And then, trust me, you can think that you have the best ideas, but you don't. Everybody has good ideas. And the best, most interesting situations come from when you work with the players who feel involved and they have ideas and they're going to have a blast if they give you an idea and then they log back into Valheim and it is real. That's the moment that you capture people and you've given them something that they can't just get on any other Valheim server. So if you're interested in all of that, you can check out my information here. And if not, well, have a good day. Bye.